So for all of you who have friends who weren't able to make it tonight, just go ahead and let them know that we do have a recording to offer them. But without any further ado, I just want to introduce ourselves really fast. My name is Caitlin. I've been in this business, this opportunity for a year and a half now. And honestly, you guys, is the best thing I've ever said yes to. A little bit about my background really fast before I pass over to Alyssa and Karen. I was in the medical field. I was destined to become a doctor. I was studying biology in college. I graduated with my biology degree, got a job as a medical scribe in an emergency room back home in Hawaii, where I'm from. And after talking to a bunch of doctors and students, they all told me the same thing. They said, if you have anything else you'd want to pursue in life, if you have any other passions, definitely look into that first before joining medicine, because it's going to take over your life. And I was like, well, I want to be a mom. I want to travel. I want to make a huge impact on the world. Like, I had all these things I wanted to do with my life. So I decided to get out of the medical field. Really scary choice, by the way, because that's all I knew for the longest time. I decided to get into entrepreneurship. And I wanted to monetize a travel and fashion blog so that I could have the opportunity to travel, pursue my greatest passion, and make money from wherever that was. And in the midst of doing all this, I met one of my best friends, Josie, at a female entrepreneurship event where I was going to learn how to monetize my blog. And she was a travel and adventure bloggist, and we hit it off immediately. She texted me a couple months later and was like, Caitlin, do you still want to make money from wherever you travel? And I was like, yes. What do you have for me, Josie? Spill the beans, let's go. So she sent me a call, much like the one that you're on right now. And everything that the woman said that was speaking really spoke to my soul. A couple of things that really grasped my attention was the fact that these products were created for chemo patients to help them regrow their hair. Coming out of a medical background, I was like, wow, they really did have a huge purpose behind creating this company, behind creating these products. It's something I can stand behind. If it's helping other people, that's what I want to do. I'm down for it. So essentially, at the time, I was also working 4 different service industry jobs. I had 2 serving jobs, 2 bartending jobs. And I was losing my mind working over 60 hours a week in the service industry. And you guys, that's not a normal 9-to-5 job, right? It's like you barely have time to use the bathroom or drink water or eat. So I was needing something to really get me out of that situation. And I also found that when I was in that situation, I wasn't making nearly enough money to travel, to do the things that I actually wanted to do with my life. So when I was presented this opportunity, I really did take it seriously. I essentially found success really fast, I would say, compared to people who work their lives in a 9-to-5. I was able to essentially qualify for an all-paid Cadillac by the company within a year of joining. I also took an all-expense paid trip with my boyfriend Justin to Cancun last year in November. And I am essentially financially stable. I was able to pick up my life in Hawaii and move over to the East Coast to be with him. I'm currently in New Jersey right now. So when I say that this opportunity has so many things to offer you to change your life, it's so true. And financial stability is probably one of the best things that I have experienced. Aside from, it's the second best, the community that we have to offer you. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Karen, and she's going to introduce herself, tell you a little bit about herself, and then we'll talk more, you guys.
Okay, hi, ladies. So first of all, thank you for being here and taking the time to listen to us and what we have to offer to you guys, and like what our life is. So my name is Karen, and I am a mother of 4 crazy little munchkins. So that tells you already a lot. I already have my hands full, and so the reason I kind of like started doing this, it wasn't like something like I jumped on right away either. It was like there was months of me like procrastinating and kept, telling Alyssa no, telling another one of my upline now, Patty. I kept telling her like, no, I'm not good at this. First of all, I have no friends. I have, like not no experience in sales and stuff like that. So I was like, no, like I'm good. but it made no sense that I was rejecting this opportunity that was like literally being handed to me. And meanwhile, I was looking for a part-time job. And it was crazy because now that I think about it and I reflect back on it, it is crazy because I was trying to find something that was gonna work with my kids' schedule, like not only school schedule, but they're in dance, they're in catechism, they're in Peach Blossom, they're in so many different activities. So literally my schedule revolves around their schedule. So like now if I'm being realistic, like I wasn't gonna find a job that was gonna fit those hours or just Monday through Thursday or whatever the case was. And so I was looking for a job and I was thinking like, okay, I only want to be gone from like 8 to 2, and then but I still wanted to go on field trips with my kids and attend their recitals or attend their awards, and it made no sense, like I said, to try to keep finding this job that I knew wasn't gonna allow me to do these things. So at one point I had a boutique and it was just kind of crazy because I had it in a different town. So I opted to have it open for a year, and I was like, okay, I need something that's closer to home, something that I could do from my house. I even thought about doing it just like an online boutique. Um, but at that point, Patty again approached me and she was like, hey, I know you're going to kill this. I know you're good at this. You're like so good at talking to people. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. But I told her, I was so honest with her. I told her, Patty, if I do not make my money like back within those 30 days that we were guaranteed our money, I'm gonna return my products and I'm getting my money back because like I said, I have money, like I have 4 kids. So I wasn't like I had the money to like be spending or like splurging. So I decided and I gave it a shot, and within like a week and a half, I made my money back so quick. And I was like, what? Like, obviously that first check is just like, I did this for my phone. I didn't even feel like I was working. I was talking to people about products that, I just started using. So it was honestly so rewarding that I was like, okay, this was what I was looking for. And I was looking for it in like the wrong, places, because it was offered to me since June, and I didn't join this company until November. So once I was able to see that, okay, I could do this from my phone, I didn't need no experience, I didn't need lots of friends. I just needed to be sharing, what it was doing for me. So the first month I was able to rank, and that just lit a fire under me, and just that's been like my momentum from the beginning, just because I'm like, not only was I a part of a sisterhood that was super welcoming when I first like entered and I was introduced into this, they were also helpful, they were also nice to me. And for me that's a big change, because I've never really got along with girls because we don't, I don't know, like we just don't vibe. So for that it was just like, wow, like these girls are so much on another level because they see that we don't have to compete with each other, we're there to support and empower each other. So that was a big thing for me. The second thing that like really like keeps me going is that I was making money while I was still being able to be at my daughter's dance practice. I was still able to make money while I'm watching my daughter get her award on stage. And obviously that money was there. It was helping. Now I could contribute to the bills at home. Not that I needed to, not that my husband ever, but it felt good to be able to be like, babe, I got this. Babe, I could help you with this. You know what I mean? It just gives you that self-confidence, that self-esteem, like you don't have to depend on anybody. Like, and so all these like 3 factors was a big change for me. And I've grown, and I've gotten that self-esteem that I knew was deep inside me, but I had like lost it, and I had like forgotten that I had it in me, because I felt like a failure after closing my boutique after a year. I was also going to school for a major to become a plastic surgeon. So I had to put that on hold as well. So having those things put on hold and kind of like waited off, and now having this new opportunity and being successful within like 2 weeks of it was so uplifting to myself. So that's what like has kept me going, and that's just a little bit about myself. So I'm gonna pass it over to Alyssa now.
Hi guys. Before I get going about my story, I do want to say that I had to I over and over told Karen, like, you're gonna do this, like, you're gonna be good, you're gonna be good. And she would leave me on red, she wouldn't reply. And I'm actually one of her daughters, well, both her daughters, but I'm one of their dance teachers. So it came to the point where I was at studio, and during class, I walked to Karen and I was like, hold on, girls, I gotta go talk to Kylie's mom real quick. And I was like, you're gonna do this. Like, I know you're gonna be good at it. I think like 4 months passed, and finally she was like, okay, but if I don't make my money back, like I'm not going to do it. And so sure enough, she joined, and like I knew, she ran with this opportunity, and she's blowing me away. She's doing so good. She's collecting a check every single month. So I just wanted to add that. It took her 4 months, and she was probably the biggest skeptic that I've ever got on my team. So just wanted to add that really quick. But I'm Alyssa. I am a full-time college student. I joined this business about a year and a couple months ago, and I was 19 at the time. I'm about to turn 21 in a few months. So I've been doing this for a little while now. When I decided to join this business, I was working 3 part-time jobs as a cheer coach, a dance coach, and a color guard coach. So those are all very time-consuming things. Not only did I have to go into the studio to teach girls, I had to do choreography on the side. I did private lessons for girls, so I was always busy. Then I was going to school taking 18 units at the time, so 6 classes, super busy. And I wanted to do internships. I wanted to do extra clubs. I wanted to start my own like Instagram thing. So I was wanting to do a lot of things, but because I had to work so many jobs just to make ends meet, essentially, I was very scattered. I was constantly doing the same things over and over again, waking up, doing my homework because I fell asleep the night before, going to school all day, going to dance after, not getting home until 10 o'clock, and then repeating the whole cycle over and over again. And it got really exhausting, and I got very anxious, and I just wasn't happy where my life was going. And so I saw one of the girls who is now my mentor posting about this, and I had been following her since I was about like 12 or 13, and she was like my role model. I come from a really small town. We have a pageant every year, and they're called Miss Danuba. So she was our Miss Danuba when I was in 7th grade. Since then, I followed her journey. I followed her on Instagram. All of my reports and PowerPoints were on this girl. Like, she was always the person I talked about for like your biggest inspiration. And so I saw her posting about it, and she posted like, work from home, be your own boss, flexible hours. And the minute I saw flexible hours and be your own boss, I was hooked. I was like, Kirsten, I need this. I need to do this. How can I do this? And I had been approached about other companies similar to this in the past, but I was never 18. So at this time, I was 19. I got on a phone call with her. I watched a video like we're doing now. And honestly, I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, let me talk to my mom. I have to run everything by my mom. So I was like, give me a few hours. I'll talk to my mom. My mom was like, well, like, I don't know, but you should try it. And I was like, okay, like, let me try this. And my mom's only like reason for not wanting me to do it was because I knew nothing about hair. I knew nothing about marketing. So she was like, how are you going to do this? Like, you have no experience. And I was like, Mom, no, like, they're telling me like I'm going to get all the experience. I'm going to be okay. And so I did do it. And within my first week, I made my money back. I hit my first rank. And I was so addicted and so sold on this company and these products and the people I was working with that I just kept going and going. And so at the time, I knew, okay, I'm going to move. I was getting ready. I was at a CC getting ready to go to a UC. So I was getting ready to move out for the very first time. And so I knew, okay, I'm going to need a job. I cannot rely on my mom. I'm the second oldest of 8 of us. So I knew there's no way my parents are going to be able to finance me 100% through college. Like, I need this to help me. And at the time, I'll be 1,000% honest, I thought I was going to make an extra maybe 200 to 500 a month. And now it's basically how I live. And like, I'm living on my own. Now I'm back home because of the quarantine. But at the time, I've been the past few months in Santa Barbara, which is not an inexpensive area to live. And so because of this company, I've been able to have my own apartment, be able to eat healthy groceries. I don't have to work on campus or get an on-campus job. When I go on vacation for home and on my Christmas breaks and spring breaks, I get to take my work home with me versus other students I know who don't get to take those breaks because they have to stay and work. So aside from being able to financially manage myself, I've gained an opportunity that allows me to connect with so many different girls, and I consider all of them sisters. When I present this opportunity to people, I say it's a huge sisterhood. one of my girls is on here, and we're going to be roommates next year in college, and we're like best friends now. We're super duper close, and we were strangers before this business. Caitlin and I were strangers before this business. Now I call her like every single week. Like, we talk all the time. She knows all of my deepest, darkest secrets. Karen, I've known for a while, but we've gotten so much closer because we work with each other every single day. So you really are bonded by this business, and it gets addicting because they're amazing products. You're working with people that you love, people that you get to choose to work with. You get to choose who you know, bring onto this business, bring into this company. And to me, that's just incredible. So what I thought was going to be an extra, I honestly don't even think I thought 500. I was like, I don't know. I've never had like I had my part-time coaching jobs, but they weren't like clock-in jobs. So I didn't understand any of that. I was like, okay, I'm going to get an extra $200. Like, is that normal? Because I was used to getting paid like $150 for each of my jobs. So I was like, oh, cool, like $50 more. No, it's way more for me. And not only am I being paid, but I'm also getting experience in social media training and marketing. And then, of course, like getting to work with my sisters every single day. So that is basically my story. It's been an incredible journey, but it's just getting started. So that's all I got.
Right. So I kind of wanted to add on to what Alyssa and Karen were just saying, right? So this opportunity is meant for literally anyone, right? So we have Alyssa who's in college, we have Karen who's a mom, we have me who was going to become a doctor but decided to pursue entrepreneurship. This business, this opportunity is designed so that it fits into the lifestyle of any single person out there. And Alyssa mentioned sisterhood. It's something that is unlike anything else I've ever experienced, because Karen mentioned this as well. It's a community of empowering, uplifting, supportive people. So it's not necessarily that you have to come and be this person that we're expecting you to be. There are certain qualities that we look for, though. You have to be driven. You have to be able to motivate yourself. You have to be able to step out of your comfort zone. You guys are going to be able to grow more than you ever have with anything else that you've ever experienced in your life. And this is why Alyssa mentions that it's addicting, because it's so amazing to be able to do this for yourself. But not only for yourself, you're actually helping other people do this for themselves too. When you do it for yourself, you show them how to do it for themselves as well. So this is actually a movement that's really impacting the world. And it all starts with hair care and skincare, which is mind-blowing. So a little bit about the company, a little bit more, right? We are the only anti-aging plant-based company out there. We are unrivaled right now, okay? And it's super exciting because we have found formulas that actually do what they say they're going to do. So we have like anti-frizz shampoo. It's actually going to make sure that your hair is not frizzy. And that's something that a lot of other vegan plant-based companies out there cannot boast because of the fact that they maybe don't pour enough into their clinical studies or scientific research that's behind the products. But we have 4 years of clinical studies and trials behind the products before we even launched it out into the public, okay? But you know, that's not everything to say about our success. We're also a $1 billion company in 5 years. We are only 5 years old, you guys, and we're only in 5 different countries around the world. What does that mean for you? That means that whoever invited you to this call, go thank them, because you are a part of something that is still ground level, okay? Other companies out there who reached $1 billion in 5 years were companies like Amazon, other companies like Facebook. That's another good one. But there are other companies out there that took even longer to reach $1 billion, you guys. So you are a part of something extremely ground level. We are expanding globally. We're still in the process, but we're also coming out with more and more of our products that is a part of our inventory. Another thing to mention, we don't carry inventory. We don't have to worry about shipping. Our company does all of that for us. One more thing to mention, you are going to invest in yourself. This opportunity is going to require you to invest in yourself. Like Karen mentioned, it's a 30-day money back guarantee on everything though. So when you do get your product pack, is what we like to call it, to get started, you're going to get products for yourself to try, to sample on yourself, as well as your family and friends. You're also going to get everything you need for your business to be successful. You're going to get access to one-on-one mentorship. You guys, when I had to pay for my entrepreneurship mentor, it was well over $2,000. That is not what we're asking of you here, okay? So you're going to get mentorship. You're going to get access to the community. You're going to be on training calls. We're going to teach you every single thing you have to know to be successful. But you're also going to get access to a bunch of trainings that are already recorded, that are going to teach you exactly what to do, again, to be successful. That's going to equip you with all of the knowledge, all of the skill necessary to find success in your own business. One more thing that I want to say. Again, you are your own business owner. You have all of the freedom of time, of creativity. Even financial freedom is something that you will be able to find here. And we're all here to support you on your journey. You are not going to be alone. So this is something different from entrepreneurship, in that entrepreneurs have to find it by themselves. They have to invest tens of thousands of dollars usually to be successful, right, Karen? She's like, that was me. But here, we're not asking you to do that. This investment that you're going to make, like Karen mentioned, you can see back within a week if you wanted to, within a month if you wanted to. It all depends on how driven you are to see success in your own life and how willing you are to step out of your own comfort zone. So we're really excited. Obviously, we're super passionate. We cannot wait to meet you. I would say whoever invited you to this call, go ahead and get with them. Get back with them. Tell them thank you, first of all, and also tell them that you want more information, because the next step after this is going to be to talk on the phone with your mentor as well as another person. So if you want to get on the phone with one of us, go ahead and let your mentor know. If one of our stories resonated with you a little bit more, we are always willing to go ahead and take the time to speak with you. But thank you again, guys, all of you, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to make it on here with us.
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Something that I always tell my girls that are on my team is, and I'm telling you guys this now, if whoever told you or talked to you about our company, that's because they see thrive in you. They see the fire, they see the passion that you have, the ability and the want to succeed. So just keep that in mind. If they thought about talking to you about it and bringing you into their team, it's because they see those qualities in you, because we want the same kind of, like, mindful people, like same open-minded and, wanting that, like, want to succeed type of people on our team. So if they told you to come on, hop on this call, it's for a reason, because they see that in you. So just already know that you already have it in you, because that's what we already see. Like, if somebody else already sees it in you and they're asking you to, like, be a part of this huge opportunity, believe it, because I didn't believe Alyssa, and now I'm like, okay, like, it did bring that to me, like, it brought that, like, again, self-confidence, that I did have it in me. I just didn't believe it at that time. So if somebody's seeing it in you, then take advantage of this opportunity, because it's going to change your life for the better. So that's what I wanted to add.
I love it. Alyssa, do you have anything else you want to say?
One more thing. I just wanted to really quick, for those of you who think maybe that this might not be for you because you're busy, we, all three of us, have been super duper busy before joining this business, but we're trained in time management. And honestly, one of the best things for me being a college student is the flexibility. So being able to go to school and not have to take time out of doing my homework or studying to go clock into a job all night and then go to school tired the next day. Or if you're working another job already, you can still do this, and we help you do that. So I just wanted to really touch on that, because I know that's like a big concern a lot of people have. So that's all I have, guys. But honestly, like Karen said, if you're on this call, you're on it for a reason. Don't ignore it. It's a sign that you need to do this and you need something like this. So that's all I got for you guys.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, we cannot wait to be able to get to work with you. Go ahead and again, get with whoever invited you on this call. Have that chat. We are looking forward to speaking with you as well. But you guys have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you again for taking the time. Bye.